Have you ever been on a date before and you're asking her questions and she's giving you one or maybe 2-word answers? You're asking the bartender for extra drinks. It's like, shit, this date is not going good. And you go home that night and you're like, damn, another date where I shit the bed. If that sounds like you, this video is for you. And I'm gonna go over how to make your first dates be better with better conversation techniques. And the first thing I want to go over is tonality. If you were to look up Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, whenever they spoke, the world listened. It's almost like their press conferences got more views than their fights because people love to hear them talk. They were entertainers at heart, which is why they're able to captivate the entire world. And the reason why people love to hear them speak, it's because they're charismatic. Think of Wolf of Wall Street. There was a scene where he just got hired onto a new job and people were listening in on how he was selling. And he got on the phone, Mr. Johnson? Yes, listen, I have a very important stock for you. But if you wait, the time is going to start to tick. But you're not that type of person, right? Perfect. Like, do you see what I was doing throughout that little skit I was trying to do? I started high. I went low. I stayed low. I brought up a bit, went high again. Now, obviously on a date, you don't want to be talking like Jordan Belfort, but you can most definitely implement that a little bit on your dates. Whenever I'm telling a girl a story, right, and I'm getting to the good part, I'm like, okay, now Jessica, listen. I went into my house and she then was looking at me. And then I was like, holy shit. You see what I'm saying? So you can most definitely implement the tonality and the tonality fluctuations and stuff like that on a date to make her more captivated and more engaged with your conversation. And this works great, especially for telling stories. Right? So implement that. I think if you were to implement tonality, because I talked to a lot of you guys on the phone about your dating issues, and I can tell right away how boring you are based off how you speak to me. If you're a type of guy where your tonality just stays like this, you're probably a boring person. Now, you may say funny things, but if you are the guy who always stays super static, your conversations are not going to be as good as mine. Now, the next thing I can bring up is make sure you have good stories on deck. And the reason why I bring up stories is because, think about it. People fly in from all over the world to go to Disneyland, Disney World. Those stories of Cinderella and Tarzan and Donald Duck have captivated the whole world. Stories. And now people fly into Disney World, Disneyland, and spend thousands of dollars at the park, thousands of dollars at the resort, just to freaking walk around and ride some teapots. So that's the power of story. So utilize that, right? If you're a guy who's not from America, you moved here, you already have a bunch of stories because you're not from America. For me, some of my favorite first date storytelling things I do is, number one, I like to talk about my worst first date experiences, right? Number two, first time getting high. Number three, first time getting drunk. Number four, losing my virginity. Number five, my first fight. All of these stories I've told them 1,000 times, so I'm really good at telling them. I'm good at pausing, good at tonality with this story. So find out some stories that you think are pretty interesting and start telling them on dates, right? One way to do it is you do it first. Hey, do you have any interesting first date stories that went really bad? Most girls say this, not really. That's when you say yours, right? And same thing with sex. You know, honestly, like, I'm pretty late to sex. I didn't have it till I was 19. Yo, really? Yeah, I can tell you the story, right? Don't just say, hey, I'm gonna tell you a story really quick. You know, definitely open up a bit, talk about the topic, then tell your story. If you get good at storytelling, you will keep this girl coming back with each date because she loves how you tell a story. Think about it. People love Disney. Why? Disney is amazing at storytelling. So if you can get good at telling stories, you will most definitely get that second date. The third thing I like to do on this date is try to avoid talking about the now. The now is work. The now is what she did this morning. The now is what she did before she got here. Usually you will get quick 1, 2, 3 word answers. How was work? Good. What'd you do this morning? Woke up, had a bagel. What'd you do before you got here? Got ready. Like, she's gonna give you very basic answers. And guys tend to get stuck in the now because it's so easy to talk about. If you can be a guy that can talk about the past and the future, now you're cooking. Let me give you an example. Past. Hey, so you look like a girl who was the it girl in high school, or were you the chubby girl that got hot recently? Right? That's the past. She'll talk about her high school or her college experiences, or the future. So I took a look at your Instagram page and it looks like you're traveling all over the world. What's your next stop on your destination? Right? Girls love talking about the future, what they're going to do. Talk about what she's going to do this weekend, right? Talking about the past and talking about the future is the sweet spot. Anything about the current now, you're not going to get the best response out of her. The third thing I love doing, especially if you're dealing with a girl that's a yapper, is I like to compare. For example, I do this on every date. The places I go to, you can tell there's other couples or other first dates happening in this area, in this bar. So I'll put my arm around her. Look around. I think we're the most attractive couple here. Look at them. That guy has the weakest pink shirt on, his sister's jeans, and some ugly red Converse. Like, you're lucky that I didn't pull up on you. You're lucky that I didn't pull up on you like that. I came with some respect, right? Look at that couple over there. They're freaking all over each other. We have to beat them. Right? Stuff like that. And you grab her, you lower your tone, you speak close to her ear. Stuff like that makes the date so much more fun. And then it's even brownie points if she starts doing it back to you, where she's like, oh my God, look at that girl over there. Like, I'm so much harder than her, huh? Or look at that guy over there. Like, you're way more fly than he is. She starts doing the comparing with you. Win-win. And that's when you guys kind of create like this couple dynamic, but it's only your first date. You see what I mean? So creating this couples dynamic, this couples role play on the date is dope because it kind of brings you guys closer. So it goes from first date strangers to you guys are coming together and talking about other couples that you guys see, and you're saying, oh, we're better than they are. Oh, you're more attractive than her. Now, mind you, some girls may not be down with it, but I've yet to meet a girl who wasn't. The next thing I want to talk about is so important is being able to offend her. Now, you have to do it in a playful, fun way. For example, if you see a girl has glasses on and you're like, oh, like you wear glasses? Okay. That's it in a dick way. Like, that's you being kind of just negging her for no reason, and she may pick up on it. But if you're like this, oh my gosh, you wear glasses? Dude, that's so cute. I love nerds. Oh my God, no way. Do you like read anime and like, do you watch freaking Dragon Ball Z and shit? That's playful. You're offending her, but it's in a playful, fun way. Because in my personal opinion, guys, most guys go on dates and all they do is validate. Hey, what school did you go to? Oh my God, Arizona? Wow, that's an amazing school. What was your degree? Marketing? Oh my gosh, you're so smart. Like, they're just constantly validating because they feel like that is what gets her attention. But when a guy goes, marketing, wow, did you like you and everybody else, huh? Like with a little like elbow nudge, having some fun with it, right? That's what gets her attention. Every single guy she goes on a date with validates her, puts her up on the pedestal. But if you're a guy that can be playful and tease her a little bit, that's going to do way more for you than just giving her a bunch of freaking validation. And lastly, make sure you end the date first. Guys, I can't remember the last time in like 5-6 years when a girl ended the date first. Make sure you end the date first because this allows you to start working your moves, like getting her to another location, getting her back to your place. When she goes, yeah, we should leave now, or yeah, we should get going, you could have said the wrong thing. You could have been boring her. That's why I personally like to say, yo, let's get out of here. Yo, let's go to the next spot. That's what I like to do. So the biggest thing I want you to take away from this is, number one, avoid talking about the now, past, future only. Make sure you use your tonalities, right? And make sure you're a good storyteller. If you can do those three things well, you're going to get the second date probably, as long as you weren't weird as hell, right? So that's how you're going to increase your conversations on dates. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want even more information, talk to me personally. I'll leave the link down below to work with me on my Discord server. Every single Monday, we have a live call. You have access to all my course material. And lastly, you get access to me. You can shoot me a DM 24/7. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll be talking to you soon. Peace.